Well, we're 5 miles south of Rolla. Along Highway 30 is where the home farm is, but from the north end of the farm to the south end is 17 miles. We farm 3-4 miles north of Rolla all the way down to 11 miles south of Rolla. Yeah, it's been in the family since 1928. My mother's dad bought this place in 1928. Here we raise, we have about 630 acres of wheat and 630 acres of soybeans and 340 acres of canola this year. Well, my banker asked me one day if I called me. He found out I was in the hospital. He called me and he said, "You ever think about asking Farm Rescue for help?" And I said, "No." "You mind if I fill out an application?" I said, "No, go ahead." That's Ben DePoler out of Farm Credit in Bottineau, North Dakota. And he filled it out and I signed it and I sent it in and we got approved. It was very simple. The banker did most of the work. I just really signed it and I looked it over, and because he had all my information there, how much I farmed and so forth. But the Farm Rescue application was very simple, actually, and they were great. I sent it in, and within 2 weeks they contacted me that they were pretty sure I was approved. And then the guy came from Minot to talk to me and said I was approved and what they were going to do, and wanted to know when I wanted them here, and I told him as soon as he could seed soybeans after the insurance date, which is the 5th of May, and they showed up on the 9th, and they were done on the 10th. It's a really fine organization, really wonderful guys that work for them. That's quite amazing, their volunteers and what they do. And Farm Rescue volunteers seeded my soybeans for me, which was 630 acres. They started on Sunday evening about 5 p.m. and they worked till they ran out of seed Sunday night, and they worked all day Monday, and Tuesday morning at 2:30 a.m. they finished 630 acres. I made sure they didn't run out of seed after the first piece, first field. My knee was bothering me. I had a bad knee. I had the other one done 5 years ago and it came out just fine. So I thought, well, January come around, I'll get it done. I'll be in good shape for spring's work. And didn't work out that way. Got infection, had the surgery and got infection in it. And had to take it out and go through antibiotics for 6 weeks in the hospital because Medicare wouldn't pay for it if it wasn't in a skilled care facility. Well, then I got that all cleared up, and then they put the joint back in on the 12th of May, and then I ran into infection problems again. And here I am. I just got out of the hospital today, well, I should be, I don't know, in 3 weeks or so I should be good to go. I'm getting around with the cane now. I'm very thankful. Usually go help somebody else if they need help, So no, I was very thankful that they came. Glad for the nice fellas. Well, they brought a tractor and an air seeder. We had the land all ready for them. We had it fertilized and worked for them. And so they brought a big John Deere 4-wheel drive and a 60-foot air seeder and 3 guys and 2 pickups, and they went to her. Yeah, the neighbors were wonderful. They offered to help, but the grandson had the wheat seeded and Farm Rescue seeded the soybeans, and we didn't have much left, so I said no. So appreciate their offering the help, though. Really great bunch of guys. They work hard, friendly, happy-go-lucky, tend to business. Appreciate anything you do for them. The team leader has called me more than several times just to see how the soybeans are doing, see how I'm doing. One time I was in the hospital, and the other time I was on my way to the hospital. So he said, well, I hope you get better soon. I haven't heard from him for a week or so, but I'm going to give him a call and let him know what's going on. So I'm very glad there's such an organization. I'm glad there's lots of sponsors, and thank every one of them for helping them so they could help us. Appreciate it very much.